Hi everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching and Happy New Year. I thought it'd be nice to kickstart the new year with a card. So I've made this one here saying goodbye 2022, and then when you open it, it says hello 2023. This is a peekaboo card. I have shared a 5x7 on my channel, but it was quite some time ago now. So I thought it was nice to revisit in the 6x6 size. So if you want to take this style, but you prefer 5x7, then I'll link that tutorial up there and you can follow that one. Very easy to make. So let's get started. For this one here, I used the papers from my Twist and Pop paper pad. So it's got this one here with the fireworks. I thought that was really appropriate for New Year's. But for this one, I'm just going to use a glitter card. So I've cut myself this piece here, which I have done a little bit of prep in advance, but this is 8 3/4 by 6. Now this piece here is going to be the front of your card. So along the 8 3/4 side, you want to score at 2 3/4. I've then cut this piece here in the glitter, which is 5 3/4 squared. So stick that on the top, and then I've just wrapped a sheet of, or a strip of vellum, because I'm going to have my goodbye stuck on this, just so it pops a little bit more, because if I pop it, you know, straight onto the glitter card, it kind of gets lost. So if you want to prepare that piece, stick your paper down, just fold that so you've got your 6x6 side, and then you know you're working on the right area. So that's the front card. Then you've got this piece, which is for the back. So this is 6 1/4 by 6, and along the 6 1/4 side you want to score at 6 inches, and then just fold that, and it's just a little 1/4 inch tab to connect everything together. And then this is for the internal working, so this is where you're going to have your reveal. This piece here is 9 by 6, and along the 9 inch side you're going to score at 4 1/2, and just fold that piece in half. Now on this 9 by 6 piece, you'll have two sections now that are 4 1/2 by 6. If you want to cover these with pattern paper, then you want to stick that down next, and you'll want two pieces of 4 1/4 by 5 3/4 and stick them on each side. That section there is this piece here. Okay, so you can see when I lay that down. So you can see mine's plain inside, but if you want to add pattern paper, then you want to stick that down. So then I want to cut my aperture. So what I've got here is this smaller circle, which is about 2 3/8, and I've got the next size up circle, which is 2 3/4, and I've just attached them together with some washi tape, and I've cut myself 3 rings, and these are going to be the frames. So you can see I've got one on the front here, one there, and one there. Then I'm just using that small circle, so this is that 2 3/8, and you want to position this on the right hand side, but it's up to you whether you have it towards the top. You could have this in the middle, you might want it at the bottom, you might want 2 apertures, you could have 2 circles, and you might even have a rectangle shape all the way down here, a couple of squares, you might have 3 small squares, 3 small circles. The shape that you have is entirely up to you, but you want to keep something around that width of 2 3/8. So I'm going to have this one here about there, I reckon, because I need to make sure that my frame can also stick and it's not going to be coming off the edge too much there. So I'm sticking mine roughly from the cut line. You're looking at about 1/2 inch in from the side here, and approximately 5/8 of an inch down from the top. So I'm just going to tack that in place, and I'm going to run that through my machine. Then you're going to fold this one in half, which is that 9 by 6 piece. So just fold it in half, and you're going to sit this. I've got the folded side on my left, and you're going to sit it behind. So it opens up like a book. Just pop it behind here, so it's right up to the edge, like so. You can see how that looks from the back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through my die machine again, but this time I'm not expecting it to cut. Some die machines may cut right the way through, but I just want it to leave an impression, an indent. So I'm just popping my die back in there and just taping that in place. And now you're going to pass this through. You've got 3 layers. If you've got pattern paper on there as well, it's going to be a lot, but you just want it to leave a mark. Okay, so now take this away. And like I said, some of your machines may cut through all this, but you can see there that mine hasn't, but it's left a good enough impression that I can now pop my die down again. This is also 300 GSM cardstock that I'm using, so it's very heavy. So you might be using a 220, you might not be adding your mats and layers, and it may just cut straight through. But now that's going to cut through both layers and it will match perfectly. You can see there, so that's cut through everything. So you should have a book with 2 apertures that are cut through, and then your front piece here, and then that one will stick behind now, and you can see how that all lines up perfectly. And then when you open this up inside, if you've added pattern paper, that's where your pattern paper should be. What we can do next is attach this one inside the card. So you're going to, again, have that fold on the left. So you've got that book. You're going to add your glue all onto the front here. And then just sit that behind. Make sure everything lines up. Okay, so you should have something now that looks like this. You then want to take this one here. And what's going to happen is you're going to stick it behind this one here, just on that little tab there. So I'm going to use my quick grab glue for this one. Okay, so you should have something now that looks like this. So when you open the card, this section will change and reveal whatever you have on there. So now it's down to decoration. So I've got my gold frames here, which are going to go on the front and inside. And then I'm going to pretty much follow the same design that I've done here. I really like it, love all the stars, and I've used these sprinkles here. And as I'd finished that one, I found, or didn't find, I just didn't look properly, but I've got this jar here of all these silver stars, so I'm going to add them and probably add a couple onto that one as well. So I'm going to pop this on high speed and then I'll show you it when it's done. Okay, so I've nearly finished the decoration. I just wanted to show you what I've used and done so far. So that's the front stuck down, but I'm going to add these sprinkles in a minute. And then when you open it, you can see there, you get that lovely reveal. So I used these dies here, which I got from the works quite a while ago now. It's probably about 3 or 4 years ago. I cut them and then I just snipped off the candle flame there. And they fit perfectly just in there. So the width of these, just so you can look for something similar, is 5/8 of an inch, and they are 7/8 high. So yeah, something around, that's the widest anyway. So something around that size if you're using a similar circle size to me. You might have stamps, but I wanted to stick with dies for this one. The stars, I've just used these here, which are by Creative Craft Products. And I also used my funky alphabet for the goodbye and hello. And I believe that one's still available. So with these ones here, I picked these up. They're just table sprinkles. I think they were from the range or somewhere like that. And I'm just going to add just a few little dots of glue, just in random places on the glitter as well. And there's like little circles and stars. And it's just nice to just bring in then another colour. You could stick with the gold and silver if you're doing something like me, but I think it's quite nice now to just bring in some other pops of colour. You can see there how that all looks, and then I'm just going to repeat the same inside the card here. I've also popped some of them up on some foam pads. It still closes okay. And there's the finished card. I love this. I think it's perfect for New Year, but also great for reveal cards, or maybe you just got a hidden message that you want to, you know, have appearing here. I think it's lovely. You could also probably have a gift card on there if you're doing that slightly bigger, like rectangle size that I mentioned earlier. And then again, when you open that up, hello 2023, and they can stand open or they can be closed. You know, it's really good. And then you've got your space on the back there as well. And I'll just show you this one again. So there you have it. So I hope you like these 6x6 peekaboo cards that I'm sharing with you today. And like I said at the beginning, Happy New Year. I hope it's a creative and colourful one, and that I continue to inspire you all. Thank you all for all the support last year, and here's to a great 2023. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.